Hi guys, this is Aoife from Fred We Say Dead Laughing and I'm here with a Readathon TBR. So I want to take part in the 1000 Pages Readathon by Victoria at What Victoria Read, and this is a really nice readathon. There are some really nice challenges which are really just to like post a TBR, post your TBR, start a book, read 500 pages, complete a reading sprint, post a picture of your reading space, finish a book and read 1000 pages. And I feel like that's just a really nice readathon. It's going on from January 20th to February 2nd, I believe. So it's a nice kind of more than a week long readathon. So yeah, I just wanted to read it. I just want to take part in it. I will try and vlog it as well. And I just wanted to post a TBR just so I kind of have an idea of what I want to read during those 2 weeks, even though there are no specific reading prompts to pick books. So I picked some random books from my shelves. I have picked 6, so three ebooks and 3 physical books from my shelf that I just want to get read, and hopefully I will. So I will start off with the physical books because I have them right here in front of me, and these are just some books that some of them have been kind of been calling out to me, and other ones I just kind of picked randomly that I was like, I haven't read this. I still haven't read this. If I don't read it now, I never will. So yeah. So the first book is Purple Hibiscus, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Did I say that right? I feel like I said that slightly wrong, but so this book is about a girl called Kambili who ends up having to live with her aunt after a military coup in Nigeria, and previously Kambili has lived with her father and her brother, and I think her father is just not very domineering person in the house. She hasn't lived a particularly good life with her father. Maybe, I'm not sure if he's a bully or if he's just he's violent but repressive and fanatically religious at home. And then when she lives with her aunt, she ends up, I think, just seeing what's more in life and kind of getting out from that bad influence in her home. And yeah, it's not a particularly long book, but I really want to read one of Chimamanda's proper books, and I'm hoping I will really enjoy this one. So yeah. The next book I have is Love Me or Leave Me by Claudia Carroll. This is just an adult contemporary book. I've read a few Claudia Carroll books in the past, really enjoyed it. Fun fact, Claudia Carroll used to be on an Irish soap called Fair City, and that is what I originally knew her from before she started writing. So it's kind of basically like the Irish equivalent to Coronation Street. So yeah, interesting fact about her. So this is about a woman who was dumped at the altar, but now she's landed an incredible job running a brand new boutique hotel with a difference. It's a divorce hotel designed to make every aspect of breaking up pain-free in a single weekend. So yeah, so she has to just live, now that she's been dumped at the altar, she has to work in a divorce hotel, which actually sounds really interesting. Claudia Carroll has, the ones that I've read in the past, there's like a lot of humour in them, really nice relationships, and they're just really fun reads, so I'm hoping this will be a really fun read. The next book I have is one I got a few years ago in Persephone Books in London. Still have not read it, and I'm so disgusted at myself that I still have not read this book. So I'm picking it up now to be like, Aoife, read this damn book. And it's Miss Rascal Comes Home by Barbara Eufen Todd. There is a little bit of a glare on that because of my ring light, but oh well. See, this is just like a grey cover, and then the inside it is this lovely yellow, which is gorgeous. So this, what I know, is about a woman who, I think like she was like on an island. I can't actually figure out where the thing of like the summary of this is. I think is what, like, it was on the shelves on like when I originally picked it up in the bookshop. But from what I know is this woman who was like, she was on like a desert island or something, and I think it was either before the war or during the war, and she's come home, she's been found, and she's come home, and she basically just has to figure out the new way that people are living and adapt herself to that again. And yeah, that's kind of what I know about it, but I have high hopes for it. I just think it sounds like it's going to be really good, and yeah, we will see. And then the 3 audiobooks, the 3 ebooks I have picked is The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton, which is a murder mystery book that I've heard a lot of people really love. Some people have really loved it, some people have really hated it. It's apparently supposed to be very confusing, but it just sounds quite interesting. So it is about a murder that happens, and we are following a detective who like body hops, and in each body he has to figure out, like, go through the whole day again. So it's almost like Groundhog Day, but like in a murder mystery kind of way, and he has to figure out basically who the killer is. And it's supposed to be very, very like kind of very detailed, and yeah, like some people have found it kind of difficult and other people have really, really loved it. So I'm hoping to see where I will fall on that one. The next book I've chosen is The Winter Crown by Elizabeth Chadwick, and The Winter Crown is the first proper book that I got on my Kindle when I first received it about 5.5 years ago, and I still haven't read it. It's like the first book that was on my Kindle, still haven't read it, and now I'm like, Aoife, again, read that damn book. So The Winter Crown is the second book in Elizabeth Chadwick's Eleanor of Aquitaine trilogy. I do believe there's a third book in this trilogy as well, obviously if it's trilogy. And we're following Eleanor of Aquitaine, who was a queen of England. She was a queen of France, and then she got divorced, and then she became the queen of England in her second marriage. So she's really interesting in that point where she was divorced and remarried, and she was basically like King John from like Robin Hood's. She's his mother, and Richard the Lionheart, she's his mother as well. She's supposed to have been a really kind of interesting woman in English history, and a very kind of domineering personality, I think. So yeah, she's really interesting. I really enjoy Elizabeth Chadwick's historical fiction anyway, but The Summer Queen, which she wrote, which is the first book, which mostly follows Eleanor's life in France, that was really, really good, and I really enjoyed that one, so hopefully I will get to this and I really, really enjoy it as well. And the next book I have is Luna and the Lie by Mariana Zapata, which is just going to be like a slow burn contemporary romance. I don't think it's smutty, maybe a tiny bit, but I read Lukov in Love by Mariana Zapata a couple of years ago, which is a figure skating romance, which was amazing and so slow burn. I loved it, and I got this one on Kindle Unlimited like last year and still haven't picked it up, so I'm saying, Eva, read your damn book and read that one now. So yeah, this is about a woman who ends up in a relationship, I think with like an older man, or a man who's like not really her type or something like that. I'm not 100% sure about this one, but it is a slow burn romance between someone who, I think her life is just kind of a shambles, and she ends up falling for the wrong guy or something, but he probably will turn out to be the right guy, because this is how these things work. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. So those are the 6 books I'm going to read during this readathon. If you are taking part, let me know what you guys are reading, and yeah, I will probably be vlogging it, so if there's anything in particular you want to see in my vlogs, which I hopefully will just be dogs, because that's probably what all you're going to see in my vlogs, so yeah, let me know, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!